Welcome back to our read along and commentary series on the Palace Papers by Tina Brown. Today, we're entering Chapter 3, The Wilderness Years, How Camilla Hung In. This chapter is many things. Juicy, yes. Scandalous, absolutely. But above all, it's a masterclass in patience, power, and staying the course when everyone else assumes you've been benched. So let's read together, analyze the chaos, and reflect on the emotional battlefield that Camilla, Charles, and Diana occupied in the 1980s. The Queen signed off on Charles choosing Camilla's engagement ring from one of the Queen Mother's collection. It was an Art Deco heirloom featuring a 5-carat emerald-cut diamond in the center, with 3 diamond baguettes on each side, more valuable than the engagement ring given to Diana. Let's just pause right there. Not only is Camilla getting a ring with royal lineage, she's getting a piece more valuable than Diana's. That isn't an accident. That's a coronation in code. For Camilla, the ring on her finger was the ring of fire through which she had passed over 30 tumultuous years. She was inextricably bound to Charles like a Russian vine, entwined in love, protection, and the rough passages of the past. That imagery, that's poetry about survival. This wasn't a romance, it was endurance. Diana was particularly aggrieved when she found that an expensive diamond necklace had been marked by Charles to give to Camilla for Christmas, while she had been allocated a collection of paste. "I don't want his bloody fake jewels," she cried in front of Highgrove staff. "I thought cheating husbands took great care to keep their wives sweet with the real things, saving the tawdry stuff for their tarts." That quote? That's not a line. That's a scar. You can almost hear the rage, the heartbreak, and the knowledge that she had lost the emotional war. Charles wasn't even hiding the hierarchy. Camilla has been absolutely constant and unflinching. She has never attempted to defend herself or succumbed to the temptation to set the record straight, her old Sussex neighbor William Shawcross said. "I think it's been one of her great strengths, and for that dignity, she has earned a lot of quiet praise. People have said, 'My God, she's put up with a lot,' and she did. That's what makes her dangerous. Not because she was loud, but because she was silent. And in a world where everyone's fighting to be heard, silence becomes its own kind of power." There was probably never a more dangerous candidate than Diana to unwittingly enter a loveless marriage. Charles's inability to give Camilla up would tap into her most abject terrors of childhood rejection. And this is where the story gets tragic. Diana wasn't just fighting Camilla. She was fighting ghosts, abandonment, instability, loss. And the palace didn't care. It just needed her to wave and wear hats. Deftly, Camilla wove the Prince of Wales into her married life with Andrew. There is a sense that she was playing her own careful double game, keeping alive the sexual charge with Charles as a power play against her husband. That line is wild. It's like Camilla had a playbook nobody else could read, not even Diana. This wasn't an affair. This was emotional chess, and Camilla wasn't afraid to play 3 boards at once. The cruel joke that went around was that the princess, like much of the cattle in the British Isles at the time, was suffering from mad cow disease. Concern for how badly Charles's reputation was shredded by Diana's manipulation of the press made Camilla feel she was his only champion. Camilla wasn't just defending her reputation. She was protecting Charles from his own unraveling. She became his human shield. And that, right there, is what turned a scandalous mistress into a royal partner. Camilla, I'm so proud of you. Charles, your great achievement is to love me. Camilla, Oh, darling, easier than falling off a chair. When those tapes leaked, the world laughed. But the subtext? That was intimacy. That was codependency. That was a couple who'd been through hell and were still locked in. So here we are, 30 years, one catastrophic marriage, and several shredded headlines later, and Camilla ends up with the ring. Not just any ring, a symbol of everything she survived, swallowed, and waited for. Was she a homewrecker? Maybe. But she was also a strategist, a survivor, and above all, someone who knew that the palace doesn't reward noise. It rewards endurance. Tell me in the comments, do you respect Camilla more after this chapter, or do you still side with Diana? And if you're reading along, I want to hear your take. Until next time.